Hey folks, welcome to Masks and Martyrs, your favorite weekly D&D podcast as of today. I just wanted to pop in here real quick to remind y'all that we are now back into our original audio, which means that the audio is not quite as crisp as usual because it is older, we did not all have good mics, and we were not recording with the thought of making this into a podcast. So I do promise that over time, the audio quality will improve as we go back through when I got Andrew a real microphone and other things like that. And if the audio is ever unlistenable, we can always re-record things. But I just wanted to give you a heads up. Please be patient and stick with us. We are still kind of learning as we go, but also please let us know either on Twitter or our Discord server if it is unlistenable, and we will try to do better next time. With that, thank you to Andrew for pre-mixing this episode, and away we go.
So, welcome back. A brief recap of what happened last time, to the best of my recollection. The party was contacted by Lynn von Tepler, and she requested that y'all enter into the I believe it's called the Masked Mayhem, which is the sort of annual, essentially pro wrestling circuit at the Great Arena. Y'all agreed, and you each created your own alter egos. You brought with you one of the other residents of the estate of Rufus the Just.
Yeah, she's a mouse.
Yes, a young druid named Tamsin, who was wearing a mouse mask, because as she put it, I'm a mouse. Between the four of you, you all managed to arrive, register, and do pretty well in the first round of the mayhem, which was just a huge melee brawl. You also made a couple. No, we cannot. You also heard a couple others, or you ended up sort of throwing in your lot with a couple others among these groups, including but not limited to the Battle Bard, aka Graham, right? Who Reagan demanded make a swear fealty to the Bloody Countess.
That's her squire.
You also made some acquaintance with Bone Grinder, whose real name is Thomas Scheffling, who is a very well-read gnoll. You also came to the assistance of Crispus, aka the Young Lion of Kobold Kai.
Yeah. For
the second round, you all sort of with the remaining folks, then the seated fighters entered in as well, wherein y'all sort of made some vague ally in the mysterious figure known as the Alder King. Between the four of you, you were split into a number of large cages for the 10-cage match, which went about as well as you could expect for a bit, until after around a minute of fighting, things started to settle down a bit as the different cages started to assert who was dominant. All of the cages opened, creating sort of like linking them up into each other. However, currently, all of the cages are electrified by Monty's Witch Bolt.
Right.
Oh, right. That wasn't intended by the organizers.
No. That was not the.
Hey.
That was not the goal.
Hey, Monty, your character's silent.
That's true.
You're ruining our image.
It's true. Monty was the one who was committing.
A few other things. So Lynn did ask you to keep an eye out for her brother, who is currently masked. You know that he is roughly humanoid, sort of, or half-elf human-sized, around thereabouts. However, currently, this is how things stack up. So, in the southernmost arena, there is the Alder King, the Harbinger, aka Monty. There is Dancer, the Minotaur, and there is the Wrassler.
The Wrassler!
I forgot about the Wrassler.
I thought the Wrassler was incapacitated, because I seem to remember my heart hurting a lot.
The Wrassler was taking a beating. The Wrassler was getting he was getting the slam jam,
but he's still in.
As soon as the pathway opened, he immediately leapt through.
Okay.
Giving a little jaunty salute with his hat.
Okay, but he's alive. He's fine.
Yes.
Thank God.
The middle was Reagan Khiham, Khiham being the bard that you decided was yours.
That's her part. That's her squire.
as well as Topher, a giant ogre who throws rocks,
Yes.
and K and O, a pair of halfling grapplers, the Grapplin' Halflings. In the northernmost, we had Tamsin, Brika, Mr. Slithers, and a strange, emaciated-looking man who is wearing a wolf mask, who just is, he's not exciting to be around.
He's not okay.
No, he's not. There is nothing okay about the Wolfman or his gimmick. However, at this point, we are picking back up. All of the cages have reconnected with each other, and we are going to be going back into the initiative order. Everyone's going to be in the initiative order now instead of having like sort of small little secluded things. And similar to sort of the grand melee, each of y'all are going to like certain people will enter into the initiative order as they become relevant to yours. So first off, is the Wolfman.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
On my previous notes, I had the harming from horming as in my cage, I think.
So there were a couple people who were in the cages. The harming from horming, Mr. Slithers, they all are currently incapacitated. So the Wolfman is going to go first, and he is going to go after. Well, Mr. Slithers got peeled, so he's not an issue
Oh,
right
I
now.
forgot about that.
It's fine. He's fine.
He's fine.
Non-lethally.
Non-lethal.
It was
Not
it was really just like a sudden malting, which is a lot for a Naga, and he sort of like
No, he's fine.
it was very non-lethal.
It was very not gruesome at all.
So the Wolfman is going to go at Tamsin, and he is just going to run up and take 2 swipes at her. The first is going to hit. The second, that's Jack. That one's not hit. So one of them does hit, and he is going to deal. All right, he's going to deal 9 damage to Tamsin as he just runs up and just slams the slot. She manages to dodge the first one, catching on her quarterstaff, but the second one, boom! He catches her right in her head, and she sort of just like tumbles over, skidding a bit away. At that point, it is the Alder King's turn. You are currently with the Harbinger and Dancer. The Wrassler has jumped into like the second row, like the far row of cages, like the secondary 5 that y'all weren't really in.
Right.
You are still in. You still have Dancer the Minotaur in your cage.
Okay, I can go for Dancer. Let's see. Let me remember how I do anything. Well, I'm just gonna try to stab this guy.
Okay.
You know.
Do it.
With like a cool wood sword.
No, it's just a knife.
It's just
With like
knife,
a cool
fuck you.
gnarled wood knife.
Yeah.
Nah, but there are like cool whispers and stuff. It's
That's good
creepy.
enough.
It's pretty raw.
Alright, D20.
Only raw, organic, cage-free knives.
That's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, 23 is gonna hit. That's gonna hit.
Hot. 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay.
Yeah, 10 damage. And I'm not gonna use my psychic blades right now.
Gotcha. Okay. So sort of like seeing the momentary lapse in focus from the Minotaur Dancer, the Alder King sort of steps into his blind spot, and as he begins to react, he sort of whips his shield around to where he thinks that the Alder King is. However, at that point, the king is already underneath, and just brings up with the knife, skittering at first across the chainmail that it's wearing, but then manages to score a hit along the shoulder. And as it does, it is not blood that comes out. However, it is just like shadow. It is shadow instead that just goes and just kind of like flies out, and it kind of lands like ink on the ground.
Yeah.
The Wrassler is just running. He's booking it. The Wrassler is.
Oh, the Wrassler.
The Wrassler is he's choosing to live to wrestle another day.
Classic the Wrassler.
The Harbinger is up now.
How far away is the Wrassler?
The Wrassler is sort of like getting into the next cage. He's maybe the cages are maybe 30 by 30, so he's maybe 30 feet away from you right now.
Wasn't he the one that I had marked for death?
I believe so.
Could I do Misty Step to catch up with him?
You very much could.
Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Sure. So the Harbinger, upon seeing his prey escape, I imagine you like pull out your book, kind of just trace your finger over it, and then there is just a blink, you become just sort of this like misty, shadowy form, just vroom, sort of zip through the hole between the connecting part of the two cages, and you come up right next to the wrestler, who looks a little surprised. However, you are currently in a new cage,
Oh no.
and there's other folks in there.
Well, I'll deal with them in a minute.
Yeah.
You know what? How close are the other people?
So there are two other people in there. They're kind of like on the far edge, sort of like facing off against each other.
Would you say that they are within 15 feet of me?
I'd say one of them is. Yeah.
Okay. I'm a cast Thunderwave.
Okay.
Just keep with this lightning theme I've got going here.
Sure. So we'll roll for the wrestler first. The wrestler, and what does he have to beat?
16.
16. Okay. Is that counting your crowd favor?
No.
So how many crowd favor points do you have?
I think I had 5.
5. Okay. So 5 puts you to, I believe you're at +1 to your spell save DC.
Okay, so 17.
Okay. So he does not save. He does not save. The wrestler doesn't.
Okay.
And then we will roll for the other one. They do save.
Okay.
So roll the damage.
12.
12?
12.
Sure.
So that
Okay.
means that they're pushed 10 feet away as well. Do they get pushed into the... No, the 15 feet would be into the net.
Yeah. So the wrestler slides just about there, and he manages to kind of catch himself. He looks at you, sort of like as he's being pushed back, like his vest is being thrown back. He like catches his hat and holds it on as he does. He just slides to a stop, then he kind of just spits out a bit of blood, and he goes, "Well, I guess I didn't realize you were that eager, eh?" Because that's how he sounds. Because I remember he's
I
Crocodile
forgot he was
Yeah.
Crocodile
Yep.
Dundee.
Yeah.
Crocodile
Okay.
Dundee.
Okay. The other one sort of turns and notices you for the first time, and you see that this is a human-looking person who is wearing sort of like what looks like old-looking armor that has some kind of iconography of some place you have not seen before.
That's our boy.
Found him!
That's the one that you hit.
Sorry.
The other one is a tiefling who has completely blue skin and has like 2 daggers, which seem to just be like pieces, like long pieces of ice they're holding.
It's not that. He's not that one.
Next up, Reagan, Duchess von Blood.
What? Okay, so who is in the cage with me other than my squire?
The Duchess von Blood has her squire, as well as K and O, the wrassle and halflings, and Topher, the ogre.
Okay. Let's play ball with the halflings. I'm going to attack them.
You
That's-
attack?
with
That's fair.
with
Okay. Yeah.
my sword.
Whoa!
Oh, Ashante.
Also remind me, inspiration, because I do have it written down. I have a D8 from my squire.
Yes, Squire
is
gave that to you.
On my damage or attack roll?
Attack rolls.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna use that now.
Okay.
So that wasn't great. Does an 11 plus 8 plus 1 is 19. Does a 19 hit?
19 does hit K and O, yes.
Okay. So are they, for purposes of hitting them, a unit or 2 separate persons?
They are, for the purpose of hitting them, a unit. Most of their attacks have to be sort of in conjunction with each other in order to grapple against larger creatures. They are looking pretty bad. So your first attack does hit.
Yeah, that's 8 plus 5, 13. And then we're gonna, I think, what I'm gonna do.
You have two. Just you do have an extra attack. as
Well, yeah,
part of
see,
the-
I was gonna say, I think what I'm gonna do next is attack again.
That's fair. I think that's probably.
With my sword.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Now we're
Okay.
getting something.
So does a 27 hit?
Hold on, let me check.
Check
Yes,
the
it does.
chart.
It hits. 27 hits. 27 hits. It always hits.
Okay,
It has always
fantastic.
hit.
That's 10 damage.
10? Sure. So, Reagan, as the momentary pause, as everybody kind of freezes for a moment, as the lightning crackles into existence and all the cages begin to connect.
Oh, I forgot. Add 4 damage to everything I just said. Continue. Dueling.
Yeah. You sort of, you've been on the battlefield.
Oh,
Most
yeah.
of these folks probably haven't. So your instincts kick in. And by kicking in, I mean, you just charge forward to the K and O, and and as they kind of turn to look at you, almost in disbelief, as like, wait, but the thing was happening. You just boom, boom. There are 2 halflings out of commish.
And alive, non-lethally.
Yes.
She sliced them in half with her sword, non-lethally. Anyway, she turns to her friend, her squire,
Yeah.
and gives him a thumbs up.
He gives you a thumbs up back.
We're best friends.
And then, as he's giving you that thumbs up,
Somebody punches him to death.
oh no.
Don't kill my boy.
Topher's rock hits him.
No!
A giant rock just, oh dear.
Oh no. Not my boy.
Yeah. Oh no. So, Graham gets hit by a large rock,
Oh no.
and Graham you look like for a minute he's almost able to shake it off. However, he is knocked into the electric cage,
Oh no! Hey,
and
that's my boy! Don't kill my boy!
Remember, Monty didn't like him!
Graham goes down.
Oh no.
Graham goes down.
Oh, Graham, my Graham.
Oh yeah, Reagan, take a point of crowd favor for taking out K and O. At this point, Brika, over in yours, Tamsin is kind of like looking around a bit, just a bit nervous. She's just a bit nervous, and she is going to. Oh no! She's engaged by the Wolfman. Yeah, no. Tamsin is going to. She's gonna kind of like look at that situation, and just kind of try and nope way out of it. She's going to try and Thunderwave to knock him away.
It's a Thunderwave kind of day.
No, he does not. He saves. He takes 5 damage. There's a clap of thunder as she slams her hands together, and as she like brings them back apart, he's just standing there, still staring at her.
Horrifying.
Tamsin just wanted to make friends, and now now this is happening.
Now this shit.
Alder King, Dancer's gonna come at you over there, and he's gonna make 2 mace attacks. The first one's an 11. I don't think that hits.
No.
The second one is a 17.
That does hit.
Okay. So the first one, the first swing, he brings it down an overhead swing, and you manage to catch it, sort of catch like the shaft of the mace and sort of slide it away. However, as that does, he then brings it back around underneath and just boom slams into you, and he's gonna deal 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's a big strong boy.
Don't love that.
Then, over in the new place, the Frost Fiend is going to attack the Ghost twice. Both of those are going to hit. Ghost is going to take, alright, Ghost. He's going to take a good chunk of damage, and getting kind of just like, look a bit rough at that. Then, it is Brika's turn.
Brika-cha!
Brika!
Please remind me who I'm dealing with.
So currently it is you, Tamsin, and the Wolfman.
See, I'm here debating if I just sneak attack, but I've also got that deck of cards that I swore to never use again.
You did swear just earlier in the same day. Earlier
Yeah.
today, Brika swore to never use it again.
Less than 6 seconds ago.
But just like with anime, sometimes that feels like it's been months and months and months since that oath was made. And, you have to unlock the seal on that technique.
See, you know what? If I could ensure that only the Wolfman would be affected,
Yeah.
I'd go for it. But I'm worried about Tamsin and what could happen.
But also, do remember you only have 1 left. You have 1.
Yes, for the day.
Yeah. All right. Then Brika is going to sneak attack with her daggers.
With Flame Tongue Dagger?
With Flame Tongue Dagger, if I can.
Yeah.
Oh, bud. Do it.
Is it on, or does she need to turn
I
it
think
on?
I need to turn it on. I don't think I had it.
Yes.
You've used it yet?
You were using the cards. By all means, pop that out and go crazy.
Hell yeah.
Brika-cha!
I'm so glad that she has the battle cry.
Oh, that's a 1.
Oh no!
So Brika,
Brika-cha.
Brika, you come up and you actually do manage to like stab into him. However, for some reason it just doesn't do any damage.
Because he's a monster?
He just kind of turns back And seriously, you can just, now you're this close, you can just hear.
Okay.
He is not exciting. So the ghost is gonna go. The one who is wearing that like sort of harbinger, you do not recognize the livery this figure is wearing, and he's gonna go make his 2 attacks on the Frost Fiend, who he was engaged previously. He's gonna hit with one of them, and the sword just boom slices out and manages to catch along the bicep of the Frost Fiend, and one of the they sort of like lurch back, and one of the daggers falls and shatters, revealing that it was in fact just made of ice. And they're kind of standing there with just the one remaining, as the two, they seem like they've been locked in some kind of like combat for a while now, and they are just like real mad at each other. The Wolfman is then up. He is going to turn away from Tamsin, since she does not seem to be a threat to him too much, and he's going to go at you, Brika.
All right.
He's going to make 2 attacks. One is a 2.
Ha!
It's a natural 20.
Oh, that's
Not
not.
ha.
So I assume that one hits, but it was only 11 damage.
Okay.
So the first one, he kind of like he just sort of like his hand shoots out to grab you, and you just duck underneath it. However, with the second one, his knee just comes up and just boom gets you right in the gut, and you just feel the wind knocked out of you.
Poor Brika.
Alder King.
Wisteria who?
It's really hard. It's really hard when there's like 20 unique NPCs and everybody has 2 or 3 names.
Yeah.
But Wisteria, Alder King, person, you're up. I know you have a 3rd name too. I forget your 3rd name.
June.
June. That's right. There was June.
I'm glad you remembered because I had sure forgotten as well.
What you got, Alder King?
So near me is Dancer.
Yes, Dancer's
And then-
engaged with you right now.
Yeah, and then sort of near me, but in the other row of cages is like the Harbinger and
Yes.
the Ghost guy and
The Wrassler.
the Wrassler. How is the Harbinger looking?
How are you looking, Harbinger?
15!
Hey!
Hey!
Out of 36!
So he's probably bloodied, but like in a way that makes him look really cool and even more cool.
Oh yeah, totally.
Is Lynn watching from somewhere?
At home on her TV.
Her magic TV.
Does Lynn think I look cool? I'm really cool right now.
I'm really cool, you guys. I'm
I'm like
really
covered in blood. Is that cool?
Girls like that, right?
Girls like that.
Girls love a man covered in blood.
Has the ghost attacked anyone?
The ghost is currently engaged with the Frost Fiend, the Tiefling. That is.
Okay.
And the ghost is the one wearing Reagan's colors.
Yes, Reagan, you recognize the livery of.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to use Dissonant Whispers
Okay.
on the Wrassler.
The Wrassler.
How
Okay.
could
Wrestler.
you?
And what's he got to beat?
He needs to beat a 16 for a Wisdom saving throw.
All right, Wrassler. Let's
Sure,
see.
he's very wise. He works
Yeah,
with
I'm
wildlife.
sure that's right up his alley.
Well, he actually matches it. You got a natural 14 plus 2.
Nice.
That's Reagan's betrothed. In another life, if her family hadn't been massacred, they would have been married.
Wait, does that take into account your dagger?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, all right. So you stretch out your finger and you whisper something, and as you do, there's sort of like a faint breeze that seems to almost carry the winds, and a small flutter of leaves that seem to come out of nowhere over towards him. He sort of turns, his eyes widen a bit, and there's a minute where it looks like he's about to break, and then his eyes bulge, and then he sort of a toothy grin stretches over his dragonborn mouth, and he goes, "Come on now." So shit, now I'm doing Southern.
Yeah.
Come on now. You know that ain't gonna work on me.
Nice save. Okay, well, like literally, he still takes half 3d6 damage.
Yes, he does.
Okay, 13
13? Okay,
divided by 2.
we get to 6. So even he says that ain't gonna work on. He just kind of like looks really rough for a minute. He's barely standing at this point. Do you have anything else to do on your turn?
Yes, I would actually like to use my bonus action. I want it to kind of look like it's part of the Dissonant Whisper spell and everything, but I want to cast a healing word on Monty.
Okay, sure. So roll the d4.
It's not because she likes him or anything.
It's definitely not
It's
that.
because Lynn likes him.
Yeah, it's totally that.
Not that she cares about whoever Lynn is.
No. What? No. Okay, that's a 2 plus 2. Okay, so plus 9. So that was 11. You get
Boom.
11 points.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Get ripped. The Alder King whispers another word, and then the Harbinger, the wounds begin to knit closed on you. However, your moment of triumph is short-lived as you feel a large, scaly hand slam onto your shoulder, and a large, toothy maw lean down as he goes, "So, didn't think you had backup, I guess. But I think we know what to do about that." And then he's gonna go for a suplex.
A suplex?
Yep.
How do I contest
That's always
this?
what he does. He's
So I need you to roll make an acrobatics check or an athletics check to contest this.
wrestling's all he knows.
It's all he's ever known.
I'll do acrobatics because I have a +2 as opposed to a +1.
There you go.
Whoa! That's a 21.
Nice.
So Monty, you actually managed to get out of the wrestler's wrassle.
Yeah, Monty.
It's this odd moment of he goes to establish a grip, and then you just and you slip away, and then he goes to grab another one sort of under the arm, and then your arm is sort of out of there, and it's very odd. You're not sure how this is working exactly, but it sort of just makes sense to you. Oh, he goes here, I go here. He goes there, I go there, and he's also a little confused. What? Come on, that's not what's supposed to happen. He just looks kind of confused as he's finished wrestling you and you're not wrestled. It's your turn, Monty.
Well. Andrew, I have a question. Because Monty would know this, but I don't. After this match is over, are we going to launch directly into another match?
You're not sure. The implication is there will be a short rest.
Okay, but short rest is not enough to get a spell slot back.
You can using your arcane recovery feature as a wizard.
Okay.
I got you.
Well, the problem is it's a level 3 spell that I was going to use, and I don't. Is he looking rough? Is the Wrestler looking like anything other than the Wrestler right now?
The Wrestler has a certain amount of bravado that goes with being a Wrestler and with wrestling. However, the Wrestler does look pretty rough. Between the thunder wave and the psychic whispers into his brain pains and everything else, because he also took a bunch of hits from earlier, so he's kind of there it's sort of one of those sheer bravado of just, come on, you ain't got it, I got it, bring it. It's one of those moments.
Okay.
Get him. That's why the Alder King doesn't talk.
Get him.
That's what they sound like.
Just get him.
I do like to think that your Go Monty earlier, Sarah, was the Alder King just forgetting themselves. Forgetting that we're all incognito right now. And
Yeah.
Go Monty. That's my girl's boyfriend.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be anyone's boyfriend. I mean, how do we know it's a boy?
For all I know,
Who am I to judge?
I don't even have
The
a
boy
girl.
who's not good enough for my girl. But she likes him anyways.
That's probably that's probably exactly Wisteria's point of view.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend all of this energy finishing off this one guy because I was gonna do something really creepy and cool, but
What you got?
But you got a wrestler right
Yeah.
there.
There's a wrestler. He's wrestling. What you got?
Don't hassle the wrestle.
okay. I'm going to use Vampiric Touch.
Okay.
I'm going to wrap my hand in shadow, make a
Yeah.
melee spell attack against a creature within my reach. So I need to see if this hits. Okay, that was a 7, but
Remember, I would like to remind everybody that part of the function of crowd favor is you can choose to expend 1 point of crowd favor to gain advantage on an attack.
I'm doing that. I'm doing that. Okay, that one wasn't better. So 6 plus 8,
14.
14.
14 against the wrestler.
Uh-huh.
The good news for you is the wrestler does not have great AC, so 14
Oh.
does hit him actually.
Yeah! Okay. Alright.
Hey, now,
It's
Brika.
cooler than being cool. So, I'm gonna roll 3d6 for necrotic damage.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 12. That's 6, 5, and 1. So that's 12, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
So you regain half of that.
And so I get 6 points back.
What ends up happening is, like, as the wrestler goes in for his last grab, his final form of his suplex, if you would, going to grip you on the collarbone, a grip which is supposed to be impossible. He manages to get the grip, and then he feels a small, dainty hand wrapping around his large, dragonborn wrist. And then the shadow spreads along it.
Oh dear.
It stitches up reaching up past the shoulder, up sort of spreading along the chest and up along the neck, and he goes, what in the... And then there's just as it all just immediately zoom, draws back into your hand, and then the shadow redistributes itself over yourself, knitting close some of your wounds as it distributes there. And I says he kind of looks there at you for a minute, sways back and forth, reaches up and he tips his hat and he says, crikey. And the wrestler is out.
Yes! I finally did something cool!
Hello again, my friends, and thank you so much for coming to this week's episode of Masks and Martyrs. I hope you're enjoying Heels and Heroes so far. I believe we have one more episode of this, which will be coming out next week, and then we will be moving into our next arc. This is your producer, Diana, and as usual, let's do some housekeeping. If you're enjoying the show, we would super appreciate if you could follow us on Twitter at Masks and Martyrs, and let us know what you think with the hashtag Masks and Martyrs. You could also leave us a review, share us with a friend. We love hearing from you guys, and also we love reaching more of you, because the more of you listen to our show, the more of you we can become friends with on our Discord server, join our Discord server. If you like this, you will probably be interested in the other podcasts on our network. Sarah and Katie are working hard on the Fruits cast. We have Dwarf Stars and Dreadnoughts if you just can't get enough actual play content, which is a sci-fi D&D, which should be available on all your favorite podcatchers except Spotify, which we are working on for all of our shows. So go ahead and check us out at nerdification.media if you haven't yet. This week, as always, we're sponsored by Lambda Chops. Lambda Chops is a North Carolina artist creating cosplays, art, and music with her nerdy family. Her mission is to encourage anyone at any level to practice their art every day. You can find her on Instagram at Lambda Chops and on DeviantArt at Lambda Chop Shop. Last but not least are the music credits. Our intro music is Threads of Fate by Diana Pepperozzi and Thomas Hart. The mid-roll is Kevin MacLeod's Dreamlike, and the ending theme is Merry Meet Meg by Hopper and the Books on Tape. And with that, I'm going to let you guys get back into the episode, and thank you for stopping by.
Duchess Von Blood, you're up.
So it's just me and Topher.
You and Topher.
Alright, this is the way it was always meant to be. I'm gonna attack.
Okay, I like that.
Also, real quick, Andrew, on the wolf sword you gave me, is the howl a bonus action or an action? Because I don't have that here.
I think it's an action. I'm pretty sure it's an action, but I am pulling it up now, and I will figure it out.
Okay, yeah, it's a stun, so I imagine it's an action. That seems too OP otherwise, but anyway.
Yeah, it is an action. Yeah, it is an action.
Okay, cool. Anyway, I'm gonna attack with the sword, and that's a 22 to hit.
22 is gonna hit a large slow.
Get wrecked.
Yeah, so that's a d6. D8. So 14 damage.
Fuck.
And we're just getting started. 16 plus 2.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That's a lot. That's so much.
How's a 19?
19 hits.
Okay.
Roll the damage.
So that's another 16 points of damage.
Oh my god, yeah.
How's Topher doing?
Topher is like just looking real. Like Topher feels really good about throwing that rock. Topher was like, all right, what a good day. And then the Countess Von Blood just sort of walks up and just boom, boom. And Topher's like, oh, what?
It's a less good day than Topher thought.
It is not. Topher thought that they were in the book, the children's book, Topher's Good Day, and they are not in Topher's Good Day at all.
Oh no.
No.
Anyway, are they still alive?
Barely.
Okay, we're gonna action surge.
Oh boy.
Not for long.
Oh boy.
That's another 22. So
Yeah.
And that's another 16 points of damage. Need I go on?
I mean, there's no one else here. There's no one else in this cage. So you can just throw that last attack at him if you want for a bit of maybe a bit of fire.
How far did I have to move to get to Topher?
maybe 10 feet, so you got like 20 feet
I got
left.
20 left. Can I get to another cage?
Not really.
Okay, well, what the hell? That is a 16.
16? Yeah, 16 hits.
Okay, and she non-lethally stabs through the heart and says, "That was for Graham, you son of a bitch," and does an additional 18 points of damage.
So, I want to point out that Reagan just dealt 66 points of damage in one turn.
You know. Like
So,
Stop! He's already dead!
yeah, Topher just kind of looks down at you and the sword and the 4 like holes in himself, and just kind of teeters over and is down.
Topher should never have gone against the woman who went 1v1 with a brass dragon.
Very true.
That's fair.
At this point, Tamsin is going to try and get this nonsense out of here. And so she is going to call lightning on the Wolfman. The Wolfman does not save. And he is going to take... Well, Tamsin not real well. A whole 4 points of lightning damage.
Wolfman is like the really polite one who's been reading books, right?
No. That's Thomas Scheffler, Bone Grinder.
Okay.
This is the guy that breathes funny and looks like he's going to become a serial killer in about 3.3 seconds.
He's just a guy wearing a wolf mask who just like...
Okay, he's just like a dude. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Continue.
Tamsin then is going to use her bonus action to call another bolt of that lightning from that cloud there. Because yes, that does happen. You can do that. And that was going to deal 9 damage. Yeah, nice, Tamsin. Good job. At that point, it is... Dancer is going to swing twice at you, Alder King. First one is a 12.
Nope.
Second one is a 16.
Yep.
All right, 16. You're going to take 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
And he's just going to kind of fall back. And again, this starts very graceful for a Minotaur. Normally they're a bit slower on their feet. He's just kind of, dancing around, living life,
I'm very impressed.
The Frost Fiend is going to go with the Ghost. Miss. And that's it for their turn, because one of their arms is inoperable. And they're up to Filchiatti.
Cobalt Justice!
Okay.
Oh wait, did Reagan get any crowd favor from massacring Topher?
Yeah, I was going to ask that about the Harbinger.
Reagan got the Harbinger. I did. You got 1 for getting for taking him down.
Okay.
You can get 1, which replaced the one you used. Reagan got 1 for taking him out, and then also 1 for sort of committing to the brutal overkill that is befitting of a heal.
Mm-hmm. Good job.
Thanks.
Okay, so Brika, Tamsin, and Wolfman. How close are they to the cage itself?
So y'all are maybe like 10 feet away from the cage, so relatively close.
Okay. Brika is going to try and get the Wolfman to move closer to the cage.
Okay.
By moving closer to the cage herself.
Okay.
Sort of a come and get me, Yeah.
Roll me a performance check to try and get the attention.
Okay. Okay, that is a 16. Not plus nothing.
Sure. So you can like pull back, and it's sort of like a bit of a Matador situation. You kind of just like, I mean, honestly, it's a real anime thing. It's like you take up your fighting stance, and then just 2 fingers just gesture forward. Do you want to prepare any action for in case the Wolfman gets close?
I will prepare another dagger, I suppose.
For stabbing.
For stabbings.
So the Ghost is then going to attack the Frost Fiend. 2 attacks, and okay, one of them does hit, and they deal. So they sort of step forward. The Frost Fiend's dagger lashes out, and they sort of like step to one side and bring forward, slamming the hilt of their sword right into the nose of the Frost Fiend, who then goes down. At that point, you hear like literally as soon as that happens, you hear like some bells sounding, and the gates and the cage is beginning to rise up.
Sweet.
Even though it seems like things are done, the Wolfman is not stopping, and he comes at Brika. Brika, can you make... So he's going to make an attack at you, and I'm going to need you to use your ready action at him as well. And whoever rolls higher is going to be the one who gets off their attack first.
That is a 16.
Well, he got a 3.
Woo!
So I think yours is a bit higher. So can you roll your damage for me?
Okay. 18 plus 2 from crowd favor. So 20. 20 damage.
As he comes forward, you see that same, like, sort of just emaciated, just like skin and bone and oddly strong hand come towards you.
26 damage.
Quick.
I forgot her plus
Blinding you
6.
quickly. However, as it's coming at you, you just sort of drift your head to one side and let it pass by. And as you do, you just step in at his exposed ribs, and then just and he just, for someone who has been so just violent and primal and furious, the way he falls to the ground there's no ceremony to it. It's just, you just, and then he's just down.
Well,
Oh, I was going to push him into the wall and. Okay.
just say your
Brika,
catchphrase, it's
take
fine.
a point of crowd favor.
She gets a point?
I don't think he ever had an opportunity
Yes.
to listen to Brika.
No, I was going to say Cobalt Justice.
Oh.
Because she's Cobalt Justice right now.
So at this point, you sort of the things like rise up, the different cages finish rising up, and you see the remaining fighters. You see that they're all, your companions, the ones who are still standing, are around. So is Minotaur, the dancer, an elf who's wearing a top hat and has what looks to be like a magician's wand.
Yes.
Speaking of, is the
There
Dragonborn in the top hat okay?
Do you mean Mysterioso Fabuloso?
Yes, Mysterioso
yeah.
Fabuloso, Reagan's betrothed.
Yes, Mysterioso Fabuloso is all right.
Thank
He is
God.
standing there, looking pretty fine. However, there are a few other figures, including a young humanoid wearing what looks to be kind of like a Daredevil, like season 1, sort of like bandana tied over his eyes.
Nice.
There's also the ghost of Gothric, who is standing over by the Alder King. And as you look over for a minute, you do see Crispus, the young lion of Kobold Kai. However, as you watch, his limp form is dropped to the ground by a massive figure. This particular person looks to be human. However, he is wearing no mask, which you have not seen yet today. He is massively muscled. He's wearing plate mail, and he has sort of on his shoulder, like leaning on his shoulder, is a two-handed maul. And he sort of looks around at everyone still standing, sort of snorts a bit, and he says, "So this is all they could come up with this year, huh? Pitiful." And then he turns and he walks away.
Oh,
At this
damn it. Can I take a surprise action real quick?
You can certainly try.
Okay, Reagan's going to spit out the thing that Tamsin gave her, the little pebble. It's been in her mouth this entire time. At that guy. I want to make a range attack roll on the back of his head.
Sure, make a ranged attack roll for me.
I don't know what the modifiers for it are.
This is going to be a d20 plus Tamsin's spellcasting
Okay.
ability modifier, which is...
Is this the King of the Ring?
I'm getting rid of one of my crowd favors to gain advantage.
Because she really
yes.
wants this to work for some reason.
God, son of a bitch. Okay, it didn't work. It was a 5 plus anything. No.
So you spit this out at him, and it sort of whistles over much faster than any pebble should when spit from a human mouth. And as it whistles over, he just, like, it's about to hit him, and then it just, two fingers. He looks over at you, and he says, "Easy there, little lady. We'll be having a time later."
Oh, that wasn't me.
Somebody throw stuff. I don't know.
I work here.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm just a janitor, man.
He kind of raises an eyebrow, turns, and he walks up to you, and the whole arena is quiet for a minute. He leans in and he says, "First rule of being an entertainer, you should be a better actor." And then he just walks away.
She's just a janitor, man. I don't know what he wants from her, but alright. Anyway.
And yes, the Elder King, that is the King of the Ring.
Okay.
At this point, the announcers have, like, had begun to issue instructions. The different staff are moving over to sort of break down this new set and these current rings, and y'all move back into your particular waiting rooms.
Wait, no. Reagan wants to find the Ghost of Gothric and confront them.
Okay.
Sorry,
so
that's important on her radar.
Sure. So the Ghost of Gothric is sort of walking back to their room, and what do you say to him, Reagan?
Hey, where'd you get those clothes?
And you are wearing your mask, correct?
Yeah, Reagan is wearing a mask, and she is not wearing anything identifiably Gothric at the moment.
Yeah. The figure kind of is quiet for a minute, and then he says, "What's it to you?"
I know Reagan would have a snappy response planned, but my brain just exploded. Okay, so it's a man? It's a boy dude?
Yes.
Man boy dude. And Reagan says, do you have any right to be wearing those colors?
He gives you a long, hard look, and he says, "You got no idea what I did for this."
I think I do.
He just turns away and starts walking back.
Fuck, I was like... Normally I'd have Reagan take her helmet off here, but she is still a wanted murderer criminal.
I mean, would that stop
for
her?
backstage, the only people who are gonna know are the other wrestlers.
No, you're not backstage.
No, we're not yet. She's
Oh.
going at them before they...
Well, the good news is there are more rounds in this fight.
Cool. Alright, well, Reagan leaves, and she doesn't recognize his voice or anything?
It's hard to tell through a mask. You hear, like, cadences of what almost sounds like a Gothicer accent, but one that is just changed somehow. Almost like someone is putting it on a bit.
Okay. So this could go one of two ways. If that's Lynn's brother, he's a dead man. He just doesn't realize it yet. Anyway, Reagan leaves and goes back to her place.
So y'all return to your dressing room, and it's a lot more empty than last time.
I bet.
Currently, it is y'all four, Tamsin, and Bone Grinder, Thomas Scheffling, and Thomas is looking rough. He has, like, one of his arms is very clearly broken, and he's walking with a limp.
Oh, Jesus.
One of his eyes is so swollen that he can't actually, like, see out of it. And he sort of comes in after y'all, and he says, "My friends, I did not expect you to, well, I should have expected you to get through there. You have proven yourself to be quite competent."
Tom.
Pardon.
You don't have to say anything. And Reagan pulls out the bottle of wine she stole from the Von Templer estate and hands it to him.
He sort of takes it, examines it, and he says, 962, good year.
I need to ask you something. So I lied about the part where I said you don't have to say anything.
Of course.
Let the man sit down first.
Oh, yeah. Sit down. Take your short rest. I'll take mine, because I need to get my superiority dice back. But then I need to talk to you.
He sits and he says, "Come, speak to me now. I can answer your questions."
I was hoping you'd say that. What do you know about the Ghost of Gothric?
The Ghost of Gothric. He's a newer participant. Positions himself as a heel.
How new?
The last few weeks, a lot of young upstarts wish to make a name for themselves before the mayhem itself. Build their brand, if you would.
But you don't know anything about him other than wrestling stuff.
Young man, human, bit of a reader.
Reader.
Had some good conversations with him, but never got a name. He seems like he doesn't want to speak very much about his circumstances, which is understandable. Most of us don't.
Well, thanks. That gives something... Enjoy the wine. It's probably expensive.
And a bit of advice. I don't think I'm going to be going out for the next round. Don't quite have all my bones in the right place.
Yeah,
but,
that's a pain in the ass, huh? Or the arm.
Yes, my ass is in pain.
That's what the wine's for.
If I may give you a suggestion, I know you think you're going to go out there and you're going to just run through them, but it's not just the King of the Ring and all the others that you have to worry about. The organizers here, they always like to have a bit of fun towards the end, so keep an eye out. All right?
Thanks. Appreciate it. Bone Crusher.
Grinder.
Bone Grinder. She's tearing up, okay? I mean, you can't tell she's wearing a mask, but she's choked up. Honestly, she saw him as kind of a father figure. Kind of a mentor, you know?
He sits down, and at this point, Tamsin kind of approaches y'all, and Tamsin looks like she's had taken some hits, and she's like, I think I'm not gonna go out again.
Do you have any more of those rocks?
I can give you some rocks.
That'd be cool.
Yes.
But yeah, no,
yes.
You don't look so great, but I will take some more rocks, and you take a nap.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's. Yes. Naps are good. Here are some rocks.
Also, if you can find out anything about the remaining humans, or the human, have any humans been eliminated so far?
Oh yeah.
And I assume Wisteria didn't recognize the King of the Ring as anyone she needed to do anything about.
Of the folks up, the King of the Ring is like a threat, but he's certainly not the last one.
Well, no, but he's not a Von Templar, probably.
No. Lynn's brother is not secretly just fucking huge.
I felt like
You never know.
because we did ask Lynn for any identifying characteristics,
and she gave us nothing.
so I feel like huge would have made the list. Anyway, Tams, you do some reconnaissance or
She knows. She says, "I'll go talk to people."
take a nap.
I'll be a mouse.
Cool.
And then with that, Tamsin becomes a mouse.
Oh, bye, Tams. Did Tamsin give? Wait, my rock.
Oh no, she gave you the rock.
Okay, she puts one in her mouth under her tongue and puts the rest in her pocket.
At this point, so y'all can take a short rest here.
Okay.
Yep, we're doing that.
So the next round, which you learn from talking to Thomas, as he is nursing his horrific wounds. The next round is the tag team match. 2 versus 2, and you can swap out your team members. So essentially, like one of you rolls initiative, and the other one will swap in when you can tag them out and bring them in. It's 4v4 but like 2v2 in the actual ring itself. The idea is that once any two members are knocked out, then you win. Yes, and everyone also roll hit dice. This is the time.
Yeah.
While y'all are doing this, you see a mysterious figure standing at the door.
What? I'm supposed to be the only mysterious figure in here.
Well, it's in his name. As Mysterioso Fabuloso speaks. And he says, You all sure know how to make a bit of a scene, don't you?
Reagan is there. She is in front of him. She is ready for this guy. Yeah, you know. And she cracks her neck. She doesn't spit out a tooth because she has a magic rock in her mouth right now. So, yeah. What's it to you?
He kind of he comes to you and sort of behind the tuxedo mask. He kind of smirks a bit and he goes, "Yeah, I figured it was y'all. You're not exactly the subtle kind, if I can remember correctly."
Figured what was y'all? Wait, is this my friend? Is this the brass dragon?
He is in fact a brass dragonborn from the look of his scales. And Dreadbane, as you're. He kind of like raises his mask a bit and he says, "I gotta say, you all really pulled out all the stops for this. I mean, really, good on you."
And Reagan says, "Hey!" And she punches his shoulder, like in a friendly way, but probably way too hard.
Yeah. He kind of like, I mean, you hit scales on muscle on big dragon bone,
And it's just great.
Yeah, and he says, "Good on you, by the way, for taking out some of those mooks out there. The wrestlers, he's no pushover. Neither are some of the others. But I'm here to give you a bit of advice."
Yeah, which one of them is a Von Templar? That's the advice I need from you, because you would know. You work there, right? He's here somewhere, apparently.
That's good to know.
Like,
I don't think
one
he
of
was
the boys.
supposed to know
this
that,
was-
Reagan.
This was sort of a me thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring work into your personal time.
I'm sorry. So he's here. So Aldo's here.
I don't know his name, but one of them. Yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah. So don't kill him, I guess. You'll probably
You don't-
get fired or something.
I don't kill people in the ring. I'm a professional.
Well, no, I know, but I just want to. I mean,
Maybe punch him less than the other ones.
Look, I know what I'm doing. What I'm coming in to say is, the next round, just it's gonna be a bit tough, but just try and be a bit careful, because if you manage to make it through, it's gonna be there's not a break before the next one.
Oh, good
It's
to
kinda
know.
the whole thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So this one's for all the marbles.
A little bit.
Also, do you know anything about the ghost of Gothric while you're here?
Who, the kid?
Yeah, like anything about him other than the fact that he's wearing Gothric armor and is mysterious and spooky and new?
He's real quiet. I know that much. Good technical fighter, but he is kind of like Aldo, but he's reading, which is like Aldo, but I mean, it's hard to say, you know? Some people really go all out on the do not know who I am situation, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean, I get that. I mean, obviously, look at me. I'm completely unrecognizable.
Well, I mean...
Completely unrecognizable.
Sorry,
Sure.
the Harbinger just laughed and then, like, slaps hands over his mask, like he's covering his mouth.
Sure. Well, just wanted to come and tell you all that, just to be a bit careful. And also, the King of the Ring's a right bastard, so just keep an eye out for him.
Yeah, I mean, we're not here for him. I mean, winning's cool and stuff, but we're
Well,
bodyguarding or something. I don't remember. Brika, what are we doing?
Although,
Yeah, like we're bodyguarding him, making sure he's good.
close enough.
Cool.
Well, I'm gonna go.
Alright, well, you have a good... Are you going to be in the next round, or are you leaving?
I mean, yeah, I didn't show up here to lose.
That's classic Dreadbane.
Well, good luck. It seems like y'all are I for this.
Yeah, I
but
think we're good.
we're down a member for our tag team. What do we do?
No, we're not. I mean... Oh, right. We don't know that Wisteria is our friend. Hey, Dreadbane, you
Those
want
are
to be...
bold words.
You want to be my tag teamer?
Sorry, I already got my guys, but
Okay.
seems like there's 4 of you here. That seems like enough.
No, there's 3. I'm pretty sure. Hold on, did I count
Come on.
myself?
Looks like there's 4.
Well, no, Bone Crusher isn't coming with us. He's
Oh,
out.
we made so many friends.
Well,
Anyway, Elder King, are you here?
the Elder King can't talk.
Oh, right. No, I'm asking Sarah if the Elder King is in our lobby.
I mean, yeah, they're probably in the lobby.
Yeah, like the Elder King's in the room, I assume.
Yeah.
Patching up and stuff.
They're around.
Well, there are 4 people in this room that are fighting. That is technically true.
So,
Hey, the Elder Squire? The Oak Squire.
Please respect people.
Hey, Monty, you're silent.
I'm so glad we wore these masks to protect our identities.
It's just Dreadbane. We go way back.
So, well, as y'all look around, the Elder King is gone.
Oh.
Ah.
Dreadbane.
Look, I tell you what, I'll send somebody your way.
Thanks, Dreadbane.
They're something. Probably help out a bit.
Thanks,
But
Dreadbane.
look, I gotta go get my guys together. So
Alright,
yeah, just
Hey. I respect you.
that's good. I deserve respect.
Alright. You have a good clean fight out there, Dreadbane. What a guy.
So Dreadbane leaves, and after a couple minutes, a figure comes in. A Minotaur who's wearing chainmail with a mace and a shield. And
Oh,
he says,
hell yes.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Dibs!
My name's Dancer. Mr. Mysterioso said you needed another fighter, and I don't have a team right now.
I love him so much.
If y'all would be willing to have me, that'd be I'd really appreciate that. It's just me right now.
He's high quality. I recommend him.
Twinkletoes, you're with us.
Well, my name's Dancer.
Dancer.
No, it's like
please.
a fun it's like a thing I do. It's like a fun nickname. Don't worry about it.
That don't seem very fun. But
Monty's gonna take off his mask for a second.
oh, can we do that? Says Dancer.
I mean, if you feel like it, probably. I mean, what are they gonna do?
Sorry, I get a little agitated. It's a little irritated,
I am wearing 5 pounds of feathers. It's a little bit hot under the mask.
Brika's gonna nudge Reagan in the leg because that's about her height level. I'm really impressed with you that you even recognized Redbane.
Oh, I mean, listen. Once you shove your sword down a fellow fighter's throat, that's a bond you really can't.
I just didn't expect it from you.
Listen.
Based on your usual powers of observation.
It's a professional thing. It's not like I have a crush on him or anything.
But you do.
But I do, but it's like, it's not like, that's not why.
He is a married
It's
man.
more of like
I know.
that he's a dragon lord.
It's a, our ship's passed just too late in the night, Brika. You don't have to remind me.
She pats her leg.
Anyway.
As
Consoling her.
this happens, y'all hear the gates open.
All right.
Monty, I guess Monty throwing his mask back on.
Oh, real quick, Dancer.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
first we should probably decide who's with who, and also Dancer. What do you know about the Ghost of Gothric? Quick.
Oh, he was in my room. He was reading a book, and well, he seemed like he got manners to him. I don't
What?
really have much
Do you
manners.
remember what the book was called?
The book? I think. Sorry, I don't read. I can make my mark, and I know my sums if that's what you're asking, but I don't really. Sorry.
It's all good. So, Dancer, what do you do? What's your thing?
He danced.
Well,
He dances.
well.
So, like, you're a bard?
I guess- No, it's sort of well, my pops always told me that you can't be a fighter if you're a dancer, and well, I guess
False.
I've sort of been
You
trying
be
to
whatever
prove-
you want to do.
He never
Well,
heard of capoeira.
Well, I ain't never heard of none of that either, but I appreciate the sentiment. So I'm just trying to I hit things mostly.
Okay,
That's
so
pretty
you hit
much it.
things hard, I hit things hard. While normally I would say that means we should stick together, we have two kind of fragile people.
Hey.
Well, Brika, you're fragile if they can manage to hate you.
Monty's just like thumbs up, like, yep, you're right, I am fragile. Please
So-
protect
Monty
me.
is like a stick.
So unfortunately, Dancer, as much as I would love the two of us to just go out there and destroy everyone, whose team do you want to be on? Do you want to be with with Cobalt Justice or with the Harbinger?
Well, I guess well, they're both pretty small, but I guess I'd rather be with the smaller one on account of I'm the biggest one, and that just seems sort of like how you should normally break things down, right?
You saying you're taller than me?
Well, ma'am, I'm a bit over 7 foot, so yes.
It's
Okay.
an objective fact.
Okay, that's... Brika, put me on your shoulders. I'm just kidding. Alright,
Oh man, that'd be awkward.
alright. Alright, you're with Cobalt Justice. Harbin Monty,
That seems about right.
she cracks her neck
Good old Harbin Monkey.
and wishes she could spit out a tooth, but she doesn't have any loose ones right now. Let's go fuck them up.
Okay, but you're gonna call me Harbinger from now on.
No, I'm gonna
No
call
funny.
you Kid. Let's go.
I am supposed to be a god of death. We gotta keep with the characters here.
Okay, I'm gonna call you Death the Kid.
Goddamn anime.